Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's Daily Dispatch. We are just popping in here very quickly to talk about this, I don't even know what to say, this monstrosity well, I'll just show you what this is.
Yeah.
This, my friends, is the White House, the People's House. That is the East Wing of the White House that was built in, I believe, 1902, Michelle. A second floor was put on it a few decades later, but this has been the White House for all of our entire lives and the lives of our parents as well.
And grandparents, yeah.
And grandparents. But now that is a picture that the Washington Post got. He's destroying the White House. And I want to just say, I'm going to keep this up for 1 second, because I want to actually read, Michelle, what Trump said about this, okay?
Is this in reaction to this, or is this?
Oh, no. 3 months ago, back
3
in
months
July,
ago. Okay.
back in July, Donald Trump said that this new ballroom that he's building to replace the East Wing, and the East Wing is traditionally where, well, I've been to events at the East Wing. It's where
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah.
But it's the East Wing is where the First Lady's office typically is. Of course, if you're Melania Trump, you don't need to have an office there, which is why Trump is demolishing it, because God forbid, other First Ladies might want to use it. But this is what he said just 3 months ago. He said that the new ballroom would, quote, not interfere with the current building. It won't be. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite. It's my favorite place. I love it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you let me know? Are you still there? Can you let me know, Michelle?
Yeah.
Whether this is something that the President of the United States has been true to, that he would not touch it.
No. Listen, guys. He has no intention on leaving. None. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care about history. He has no curiosity. He has no culture. He doesn't care. He sees all of this as belonging to him and only him. That is it. And if there's anything that we have learned from him, to quote my old coworker, everything Trump touches dies. And that includes the building that he is living in. And he will destroy everything in his path, in his path. And his word means absolutely nothing. I mean, that's no shock, but nothing is sacred. Not this, not the Rose Garden, not the country, not the Constitution, not national security, not our military, nothing. And I hope to God people finally get it through their heads that this man does not give a shit about you, about me, about anything that we hold dear. Absolutely nothing.
It's just I think we wanted to come and show people this because it's just amazing. It's just amazing.
Yep.
And I, for some reason, cannot see you anymore.
Oh, you can't?
I cannot. I don't know
Oh,
why.
no.
Yes.
Let me see in the chat. I don't know. Tell me in the chat if you can see me or not. But
can't even see the screen anymore. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, let me actually. So, guys, just so you know, I am coming to you from my husband's office because I was out and about. I had a doctor's appointment and I stopped by, and then this happened. And I said, Julie, do you want to go live? Let's just do this from my phone if I can figure it out. People can say that they can see both of us. So that's great.
That's good. I can't see anything anymore. So hopefully.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, let me just show this really quick. We do have a video here that,
okay.
Oh, good. So I do have a video here, also that was sent around in that DNC chat that we are in. And this is video of them demolishing today.
Wait. Oh my God, Nikki, they're ripping it down. Oh my God.
it breaks my heart. It really, like, this is just very, very upsetting. Very
Uh,
upsetting.
you know, I have been to the White House, you know, a number of times, Michelle, and I have to say, every time you walk up that drive, which is
Mhm.
there, which is I think now demolished, the East Drive,
Yep.
it is, it's humbling.
Yeah.
It is breath kind of taking in the truest sense of the word. It does take your breath away. You cannot
Mhm.
believe that you're setting foot in the White House, and it's just amazing. I mean, I was looking through. I think Joe sent us pictures of her with her kids at the White House Christmas party,
Yeah.
in the East Room. I think that was in the East Room where she took that picture. Uh,
Mhm.
I have pictures of me in the East Room, pictures of me walking up the East Drive, walking
Yeah.
to the White House, and um,
Especially
it's so.
as a refugee
I mean,
also, Julie.
yeah,
I mean, like, it's the symbol that the White House represents is something different to you than it is to the rest of us that were born here. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I mean, it represents, you know, I don't know, greatness, what we
yeah.
could be. It belongs to all of us.
And he's turning it into, first of all, he's totally changing the physical shape of the White House. He's turning it into one of
Yes.
the easy country clubs. I drive past Bedminster all the time, every
Yeah.
time I'm on weekends. It's, I've never been inside, but I don't think I've ever been inside. But if you live in New York, you certainly know his cheesy
Mm.
tower, which
They're
is like
awful. I
they're
just passed it on my way here and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, and the other thing that's important to note is he is talking about etching. So this is going to cost about $250 million. He's a builder,
Hmm.
so he always underbid. It's going to be probably more than that by the time it's done, but at least $250 million.
Yep.
And um, he said he's not going to take any foreign donations. Well, he also said he's not going to destroy any part of the White House, and he just lied about that. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
and he also said he wasn't going to ban abortion. He said
yeah,
he, like, listen, he says he's going to do a whole bunch of things. He doesn't care.
he doesn't care. He
He
doesn't care.
doesn't
And
care.
but the people who are giving money to this are like Steve Schwartzman from BlackRock, personally,
Ugh.
RJ Reynolds, the tobacco company, like all of these, and they're all apparently going to have their names etched into,
Stop it.
yes,
Stop it. Stop
yes,
it.
etched
Stop it
into
right
the White.
now.
Now, I mean, what are future generations going to say? I mean, what are you kidding me? This is the people's house. This is the people's house. And who's going to be going to this ballroom? He's going to be having these ridiculous
Yeah, the
parties.
ballroom's not for us.
The ballroom's not for us. It's going to be, members. He's going to have a members only thing at the White House.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He will charge people some kind of dollar amount. I don't, however that he tries to finagle that, he'll figure it out. And nothing will matter because no one ever holds him accountable. Um, and I was thinking about this, Julie, on my way over here, and in addition to this, they've now chartered two private planes for Kristi Noem to fly around in. These people are living it up. They are living it
Our
up
dime on our
on
dime.
our dime, while
Yeah.
average Americans cannot afford food. They are taking out GoFundMe's to buy groceries. They are taking out lines of credit through Affirm and Klarna to buy groceries for their families. Not to mention this week, people's premiums for their health care is going to go through the roof while Donald Trump demolishes our taxpayer built White House, and Kristi Noem is flying around first class in a private chartered jet while
And
she terrorizes people and
prizes people.
disappears them off the street.
And two, why does she need two Gulf Streams? But the more relevant part of this that I think is just repulsive is, you know, one of the most secure places in the world is the White House. One of the
Yeah.
most secure places in the world is the Beast, the presidential limousine, where Donald Trump allowed Vladimir Putin to
Mhm.
sit for 10 minutes, without anybody else. Once this ballroom is built, the people that are coming in and out of this ballroom, much like the people coming in and out of Mar-a-Lago,
Mhm.
are going to be foreign
Yep.
operatives. They just are. It's just too good of an opportunity to pass up.
What was the story that, and I have to fact check this, but there was a story that I shared with the group this morning that had something to do with, was it Denmark?
It was it
Forget.
was it was Holland. It was
Oh,
Holland. It was the Netherlands.
yeah.
I have something coming out about this tomorrow. But
Okay.
so
Can
I'll
can you speak to that just a little bit, just about
sure.
even what's
Um,
going on
yeah,
with the
yeah,
Kremlin?
yes. Well, Holland will no longer share intelligence information with us. They'll do
Mm-hmm.
it on a case by case basis. This is a NATO ally.
Mm-hmm.
This is a NATO ally. And
Mm-hmm.
they went on the record, the head of their intelligence agencies went on the record to say so. Now, if they're going on the record to say so, there's a reason for it. You'll have to read my Substack tomorrow to find out why, but there's a reason for it. And
Right.
we could talk about it tomorrow morning too. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
we don't have time for it. I'm not really holding information back. I'm just,
Yeah, but just like
yeah,
the idea that they won't share intelligence with us anymore because they found out that the intelligence they were sharing with the United States was then being shared with the Kremlin.
yeah,
I mean, what? Not surprising, but it's always shocking. Always shocking.
yeah. And for people who are asking, was the wrecking of the White House announced at all? Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. He said,
Mhm.
and again, let me read this, and hopefully I can see you guys again when I come back. He said, he promised, he swore back in July, the
Mhm.
ballroom would, quote, not interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite. It's my favorite place. I love it. Okay.
He's so full of shit. I'm not like, this is where I point everyone Back to the Future Part 2, when Marty goes back to the alternate 1985, and Biff Tannen, the whole character of Biff Tannen, if you
They,
see the interviews, right, if you see the interviews with the people who created the film, was based on Donald Trump. And the Pleasure Palace, right? And he goes back to that looks just like one of Donald Trump's hotels, and he's got the painting of himself behind the thing. Nothing about his success is real. You know, he had to gamble, cheat, and steal in order to get there. Everything about it. Everything about it. And that's where I'm like, I'm not joking that I think by the end of this, Trump's name will be on the front of the White House. I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility.
oh, I think it's likely. I
Mhm.
think it's likely. And whoever comes in next will have to just chisel, in the same way that they topple statues
Yes.
and
Yes.
chisel names off of buildings, they'll have to do that at the White House.
Yep.
But I will say this, the reason that Holland is not sharing intelligence information with us is
Mhm.
because fool me once, shame on you.
Yep.
But fool me
Yeah.
twice, shame on me.
Mhm.
And they are being fooled twice by us. The first time, you could say was a fluke. The
Yeah.
second
We're
time,
right. Right.
we went back. We went back for more, which means that we cannot be trusted anymore. Because even
Mhm.
if the anti-Trump comes in next time,
Yep.
who's to say he's not going to come back again? Or not him, but some version of him won't come
Right.
back.
Look how fragile we are. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? How volatile. I mean, that's the one thing about the last 80 plus years of diplomacy in the United States, like, or just really anything. It didn't matter how bad things got, there was a line in the sand that you just didn't cross. And Donald Trump has crossed every single one of them. And, I don't know what the future holds. I don't think any of us do, but, you know, I was listening to a senator who's a bit of a climate hawk talking about this. I think he was on like Pod Save America or something, and he
Mhm.
was saying, during Climate Week, which was a few weeks ago in New York during the General Assembly, and he said, usually I would tell other countries like during the last time, hold on, we're coming back, we're coming back, and he said this time I've had to say continue to do the work. I don't know if we'll be back,
Yeah.
but we will try to state by state, like California, has an alliance, but this is just another example. It's a microcosm of a larger demolition of American life, American culture, American diplomacy, American economy, everything about it, that Donald Trump is destroying everything that is good about this country.
And before he's out of here, which again, I want to stress will not be in 3.5 years, no matter how much
No,
kind of
unless he's, kicked the bucket.
yeah.
This,
And before we go, because I know both of us have to run, but I'm going to
yeah.
just say, watch the space, because on the East Front is what you see here.
Mm-hmm.
On the National Mall, we'll soon be seeing a Trump memorial go up.
Well, it's the Arc de Triomphe essentially
Yep.
it has a stupid little eagle on it. I mean, who did that? Hitler did that.
Oh no, it's the Nazis.
Yeah,
It's a,
the Nazis did that.
yeah.
And Robert De Niro, and I just want to say this really quick. Robert De Niro, I think it was this morning, was on Morning Joe, and for as much as we give shit for Morning Joe because they do a lot of dumb stuff, they had Robert De Niro on, and he was like going off, unfiltered, called him a Nazi, right? He was like, these people are Nazis. Stephen Miller is Jewish. He should know better. I wonder if they'll have him back on after
Yeah.
that interview. But he's speaking truth.
Yeah.
Like, I know that you don't easily make those comparisons to Nazi Germany because there was only one Hitler and this, that, and the other. But like, I mean, the comparisons here are like,
They'll have him back because he's good for ratings, but that's the only reason they'll have him back. All right, Michelle.
yes,
Great time tonight. I know you're going for drinks with your husband. Have the best
yeah.
time. Have a drink for
Thank
me.
you.
I'm
I
going to
will.
go back to writing my Substack because my life is writing my Substack. And I will see everybody later. And so will you. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right back here on the Media Network for the morning show. Bye, everybody.
Bye.